Hi everyone, I'm Taylor Stern with Brian Broaddus, Rob Phillips, and Dave Hellman. We are talking playoffs, and the playoff picture for the Dallas Cowboys is taking shape, and we're getting clearer and clearer as we're moving forward. But as Dak Prescott said last night after the big win, we're just focused on Indy, and that's exactly what they need to do, because if they get that win in Indy, the NFC East is pretty much cleared up now, as the Cowboys kind of can clinch the division this weekend. So did you guys think we would be in this position from 3-5 to 8-5, NFC East?
That's the talking point right there. No, of course not.
Never a doubt?
Never a doubt that we wouldn't be doing this a month ago. Yeah, this is the most unreal thing.
But did you feel like that, though, that Jerry Jones, the front office, maybe thought that they were by the trade that they made for Amari Cooper?
Brian.
Clearly.
I think they felt like they had a championship caliber defense.
That's what I think.
They're a lot smarter than me.
Yeah.
They're a lot smarter than me.
Absolutely.
And the offensive thing, and of course they're going to clean some things up as they always do, coach talk right there. But guys, now as the NFL playoff picture is taking shape and we're looking at the NFC, we're looking at the Saints being the number 1 seed at 11-2 record, Rams 11-2, Bears, Cowboys, Seahawks, Vikings. So you're looking at the Bears and Cowboys kind of neck and neck for the 3 and 4 seeds. I think the Cowboys are most likely going to stay at the 4 seed with that Bears win last night. What do you think?
Maybe.
Yeah.
And well, I want to clear something up too, because if you had to beat Indy to clinch this thing up, I think that's a different story. Like, no offense to you, but it doesn't do justice to how
Big that win was.
Well, absolutely, how big that win was, because you can win any of the next 3. You don't have to beat Indy. You don't have to beat Tampa. As long as you win one of these final 3 games, the Cowboys are in the playoffs. Or if Philly and Washington lose one of their final 3, which, by the way, one of them is guaranteed to, they end the season against each other. The numbers say it's more than a 99% chance. So literally, only one small thing has to go your way to lock this thing up, regardless of whether it's this weekend or in another weekend.
Nothing's really changed from when they were 3-5 in terms of the best bet they have, as Taylor said, is just go ahead and win their division, take care of that business, and get a home playoff game. But what is kind of surprising is some of these teams that were struggling or doing well early in the season have struggled. Carolina has really struggled down the stretch. Minnesota has lost some games. All of a sudden, like you guys said, that 3rd seed is not impossible. But the best thing you can do is just keep winning, and it won't be easy because this Colts team is playing better, and the Giants are playing better looking at that finale. But again, things could be sewn up if you take care of business by week 17.
I think you keep playing. I think you keep playing to try and get the 3rd seed. And I think because, to me, battle-tested teams, and Dallas has been playing playoff games basically since the 9th week of the season when they were 3-5, and we talked about that in the open, though. I just think that the teams that are going on that run, if the Cowboys can continue on and having to play these games, will suit them better down the road. I mean, they're starting to come together. They're starting to run the football. You saw what Dak Prescott throwing the football. Taylor's right. Clean up some mistakes right there. This offense looks pretty hard to stop when you talk about with Amari Cooper and their ability to run the football and what this defense has really done all year. Keep playing these games. Try and get to the 3rd seed. The battle-tested teams always have the most success getting to the Super Bowl.
And not only that, but I mean, and the NFC East looks all but locked up. I mean, it's a virtual certainty the Cowboys clinch it at some point. But 3 weeks can change a lot in the playoff picture, right? I mean, the Bears have the Packers and Vikings remaining on their schedule. It was only a week ago, the Rams moved into 1st place with the Saints lost to the Cowboys. Now the Saints are back in 1st with the Rams lost to the Bears. It's going to change even more.
Right.
The Panthers are on a losing streak. They can get things right again. They've got 3 weeks to do it. Anything can happen to the Bears. I think the 3 seed's still in play.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what happens in this Seahawks-Vikings game tonight. That could do a lot to decide who the Cowboys play in their eventual matchup.
Who do you root for in that game?
Me, personally, I think I root for the Seahawks. We were talking about this before we went on the air. I think they're playing better than the Vikings right now, but I think they're a better matchup for the Cowboys, especially in Dallas this time instead of having to go up to CenturyLink.
That quarterback's a tough guy to cover. He's a tough, and
you've beaten the Minnesota quarterback though too. You've beaten that guy when you kind of have an idea about him.
Like I said, the Vikings haven't played like it, but that's just such a deep roster.
They're better than their record.
You have that defense. You've got those receivers. You got Cousins. That scares me. And I mean, no disrespect to the Seahawks at all, but maybe it's just because that's a team I'm more familiar with. I mean, we played the Seahawks.
Really, nobody should scare you with the way your defense is.
I was just going to say, Brian.
Thank you for making me feel bad about that.
Yeah. I mean, everyone knows we just got to focus this week to get the job done in Indy. But as Brian likes to always say, championship teams have the best luck. Everything seems to just go in your way, and it's looking that way for the Dallas Cowboys. You guys can stay tuned to everything on DallasCowboys.com as they prepare you for Indy and further on. So thank you so much for watching.